Welcome to MetalVice in 666. I'm one of your hosts, Brian, joined with the other host,
Karen.
If you haven't joined us before, a 666 is we just talk about one topic for 6 minutes and 66 seconds. The intent here is to hone us in and not ramble so much as we do in our normal podcast, but it never works, does it?
Nope.
In any case, what is today's episode all about?
Going to see the Ghost movie right here, right now.
Yeah, the Ghost movie. So let's start the timer and jump on in. All right, so yeah, this was fucking awesome. I was super excited for this. We normally talk about like ticket prices when we talk about going to see a show, and I think we did one of these for the like Metallica did like an M72 thing.
Oh, did we do an episode on that?
I think we did.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not, but we went to go see. If we didn't, we went to go see the M72.
Yeah.
I went to both nights. You were in like Iowa or something.
Yeah, I only went to one night. Yeah.
And I went to one night. But I went to both nights, and just real quick, ticket prices, I think were like $19 a ticket for this.
Something
along
movie
those
price, isn't it?
Yeah, not that
bad. Are they
bad.
more expensive than a movie price?
No, I think that's about right.
Okay.
Honestly, not that bad. Yeah, it was fun. I was super excited getting into this. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't watch the trailer. I didn't watch really anything about this. They kept sending out a lot of emails for this, like prompting people to go see this movie. But yeah, I didn't watch any of that. I was just
I never watched anything about it.
Just going in like I expect this to be a live concert, but also not a live concert. I don't know what your thoughts were going in, what you expected.
I knew there would be concert footage just because I knew that they were recording something in Los Angeles last year, but I didn't really know what it was. When they kept saying a movie aspect, I assumed there was like a storyline to it. I had no clue. I didn't watch anything either, so.
Yeah, and I completely forgot about Los Angeles until we got there and it kind of started, and it was like setting Los Angeles or whatever they did to like show you that it's in Los Angeles. And I remember last year in 2023, they did like one of their last shows or their last show in Los Angeles, and people were not allowed to bring their phones in. I remember that being a whole article and a bunch of people talking about that. And I completely forgot about that. But when it happened, it brought up memory, or when I saw that, it brought up memories of it happening and us talking about it of, is that cool? Do you like that? Do you not like that? Should we do an episode on phones and first not phones? And then I think we both landed on the conclusion that, okay, well, clearly they're doing something.
Yeah.
They must be recording this for something, right?
Well, that's what the article was alluding to as well. Is like they'll be doing a recording, and that's why you can't have your phones.
Yeah.
But the first time I read the article, I just read the headline, and it was like, oh, phones are banned from the Kia Center for the Ghost Show. And I was like, holy fuck, like they're banning phone. Like, and then I went into the whole, I mean, I could care less. During dancing, we didn't take pictures, like all that stuff. I could care less like about not taking a photo or a video or whatever, even though we do it for our Instagram for this podcast. But my whole thing is more, I'm so connected to my phone. I'm like, what if something happens? What if an emergency happens? What if blah, blah, blah? Like, we don't have kids, but what if you have kids? Like, something happened, blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
Yeah, and I know other bands like Tool and Jack White have sort of flirted or worked with this idea of banning phones and locking phones up type thing. I get why they're doing it, but at the same time, like, fuck you. Like, let me have my goddamn phone. Go fuck yourself type thing, right? But no, agreed. Anyway, I completely forgot about that, and then this happened. I don't know. I remember that, and I don't know. I had a great time at this movie. I'm glad that it wasn't just a live concert like Metallica was.
Yeah.
This definitely reminded me of Metallica's Through the Never, where there's live footage plus a theatric aspect to it. But that one was a little different because this was sort of Poppy coming off stage and in the like, backstage type thing.
Yeah, behind stage, yeah.
And I don't know a whole lot about the whole Poppy or the Ghost universe that everything's set in. I know there's been several sort of head of the clergy. I don't know if they're all called Poppies or not. I call him Poppy because he's like Poppy the Fourth or something. I'm
not sure.
But at the beginning when it started, they kind of alluded to it. And it's like, oh shit, he's gonna fucking die. This is how they're going to introduce the next sort of iteration of singers into this universe type thing. Did you get that vibe from that at the beginning as well?
Yeah, like I don't even know I can't remember what the first reaction or interaction was, but I was just like, oh, this is going to be transitioning him out of this character role into the next character role.
Which was awesome because I know in the past they've done it, and I've seen footage where it happens at like one show or something like that where on stage the character dies.
Okay.
And then the next character sort of ascends to that role, which is really cool if you're in the audience for that. But they're fucking massive now, Ghost
They
is.
are, yeah.
So you kind of want to do this in a way where all of your fans can experience it at once. And I felt like this was the perfect way to do that and sort of introduce everybody into the next character as well.
Yeah. Well, and I like the historical aspect of it, that during the last couple years, like the saxophonist that comes out is his father.
Yep.
I didn't make that connection as well because I don't know the whole universe.
Yeah,
like
I
you were
didn't either.
saying.
Yeah.
But during the movie, we're not going to spoil it too much during the movie, but during the movie, the whole interaction of that whole part happening was so funny.
I did like it. Like, you wrote 2 hit songs, and that's all you did before you passed away onto the next guy. And he's like, 3. I did 3 songs. And like Tobias as Poppy the Fourth or whoever he is now is like, 3? Are you sure it's 3? I remember 2. And we got a 3rd song for this, like the new single as part of this movie, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, which is now released everywhere. It was released that day. So
I don't remember the name of it, honestly, but I've listened to it a few times.
I can't remember the name of it either. But
to be fair, I don't like it as much as I do Kiss the Go and Mariana Cross.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel forced, but it doesn't have the same oomph as those other 2 songs. I'm sure as it grows on me, I'll probably learn to love it more and more.
Yeah.
But those other 2 songs, clearly that's why he released those 2 songs first, and this 3rd one he's been sitting on for so long.
Yeah.
I say that as like it's a brand new song for sure.
Yeah.
But no, it was fucking awesome to have that like experience for all the fans to like, here's the next Poppy, here's the next sort of iteration of the story. And I remember walking out, somebody talking like, talking to different fans, like, oh, did you see them in Chicago or did you see them in Milwaukee type thing, right? And they're like going back and forth. Oh no, I saw them here at Northern Ireland. Oh no, I saw them at Rosemont type thing, right? And one of the guys, like, it was really cool because they wrapped up so much of the storyline with this movie. And again, I don't know any of the storyline. It makes me want to go back and understand the storyline so much better. But again, it's showing sort of this Poppy taking a new role and the new singer coming out. But they don't actually reveal this new singer at all. They get like a silhouette of him coming out and whatnot.
Yeah, like at the end, but they don't really actually say. It's like a cliffhanger. So now you have to go to the shows next year to be able to see who it is.
I'm assuming there'll be a new album coming out, maybe along with this.
Probably.
With the new singer.
Yeah, I'm assuming it'll be a new album and a new tour. We're at time. But yeah, probably a new album and new singer in 2025, I'm assuming.
And remember, we've done a few Ghost podcasts before where we did the pre-Imperia tour, the Imperia tour, and the post-Imperia tour. No, the re. And I remember you being like, I hope they come back next year for the post-Imperia tour. But I could see them, a new album coming out and then starting that whole cycle again. Yeah. In any case, of all the theatrical sort of concert movies we've seen, with the exception of Through the Never, because we never actually saw that in theaters, I would say this was my favorite.
I like this. I like this a lot.
I loved the concert aspect, but the additional sort of storytelling aspect as well, which is why I love Through the Never, because you have the concert aspect, but then you have that sort of narrative in between the songs or in the middle of the songs of following this kid trying to pick up a package type thing. Super simple story, but...
That's Through the Never.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. I thought you meant about this. I was like, there is no kid picking up a package.
But these 2 movies are similar where you have that narrative aspect in the middle of the song.
I got lost. I got lost on what you were saying.
No, those are my 2 favorite sort of theatrical live concert sort of movies. The ones that are just the live concert, they're great. They're a lot of fun. They're not as fun as sort of this aspect. So that's where I'm at. This was a lot of fun to go see. I'm super happy we did it. It was fun, yeah. We had like the one night we could go see it. Otherwise, we were busy with friends and whatnot.
Yeah.
But no, this was fucking awesome. So, I don't know. Go check out some music.
Yep. Bye.